Hi there, Uncle Davis here and you're watching NPH TV Nothingprohere here, and this has finally rocked up at my door. It's our first ever retro handheld from Anbernic. Big thank you to two of my favorite retro gaming YouTuber, Russ from Retro Game Corp and ETA Prime. Their videos has been really helpful to get me onto this retro gaming journey. First up is the protective case for what I've got here is the Anbernic RG351P. Let's have a look at the case first. It's a very nice case. It comes with my favorite black and red color, which is fantastic. Open it up. It has got a little net pocket there for the accessories, SD cards, cables, such, and here obviously goes the device. Very solid case. It's hard but not too hard, so gives you a very nice level of protection. We'll put it aside for a minute, and here it is the Anbernic RG351P. Let's open it up. There's the device here obviously, and let's take it down. Has a piece of foam at the front to protect the screens obviously, and here it is. It's the Anbernic RG351P. Let's have a quick look on the buttons layout. We got the shoulder buttons here, L1, L2 and R1, R2. Got two USB-C ports here. One is the OTG, another one is the charging as well. You got the 3.5mm jack there, and also at the back there you got two speakers, and you got a SD card slot and a reset button. On the side here you got the power button, and what's this, you got the volume adjustment here. At the back you have two little gripping pad thing that I would say is probably not to be very useful, but we'll see when we actually start gaming. So very nice. Feels very nice, the buttons as well. The D-pad feels nice, feels very retro to be honest, feels pretty much the same as the original nets. Select and start button, ABXY here, and the analog stick here. Now the analog stick, a lot of people saying these are the switch stick. I have not owned the switch, so I'm not sure how the switch stick feels like, but these ones feels pretty good. Obviously it's nowhere near the quality of a proper analog stick from say the DualShock 4 or the Xbox controller, but it's still very nice enough for the device at this price level. So it's not very big either. So this is how big it is when I compare to say my DS Lite. It's just a little bit bigger than the DS Lite, not by much. And as far as thickness goes, the thickness is not too bad either. So obviously you can see I have the protective case on my DS Lite, but I would say the Anbernic is actually a tad thinner than the DS Lite. Okay, so let's have a look on the rest of the box. You've got the instruction user manual, which is in English, great, and I bet Chinese is on the other side. Yes, of course. That's very nice there. You got the USB cables, USB-C to USB-A. We've got the OTG adapter, so USB-C to USB-A, and this is the Wi-Fi dongle, as you can see. Got the SD card here. The version I've got here is 64 gigabytes. Got some wipes here, which is obviously for the screen protector. It's a tempered glass screen protector. I'm not sure if I will put it on, but it's nice to have it included in the package. So there you go, that's the Anbernic RG351P. Let's put the SD card in, fire it up, play some games, see how it feels, and we'll give you my first impression. Okay, so we've got the SD card put in, and let's fire it up. See how long it takes. Oh, there's a big vibration. An Anbernic logo. Wonder how long does it take? Emulate. Oh, and there you go. We are in the menu. We got NDS, Final Burn, Neo, Main, 1+1 color, Capcom 1, 2, 3, MSX, PC Engine, Nintendo, Game Boy, Super Nintendo, N64, GBA. Sorry, that was GBC. This is GBA. Open BOR, which I have to say I have no idea what this is. Genesis, Game Gear, Mega Drive, Dreamcast, Neo Geo, Neo Geo Pocket, PlayStation, PSP. And then you got all games. I assume this is just showing everything on the SD card. And okay, so and favorites. Great, let's jump into some of the system, play some games, and see how it performs. Okay, so here we are in Game Boy system playing Motocross Maniac. I loved this game when I was little, and I'm so happy that this game plays perfectly on the handheld. I was struggling a little bit at the beginning with the layout of the A and B button because I'm so used to the A being the confirm on the bottom when B is being like the cancel or the secondary button on the right. So I was struggling to get the bike going, but here we are, we're playing this game and it's running perfectly on the handheld. Moving on, here we are with the Super Nintendo, and of course we are going to test F-Zero. Now I'm absolutely rubbish in this game. I drive very badly, and I even missed the gas button. As you can see, I was once again confused with the A and B buttons. But here we go, we get the car going, we finally on the track. And it runs very well. The game runs full speed. I have no problem, no issue whatsoever, apart from my driving skills. As you can see, I'm bumping onto the CPU, I'm bumping off track, I'm all over the place. But as far as the game goes, it plays perfectly fine. I'm sure other titles from the Super Nintendo will be fine on this device. Next up we have GBA, and here we are in King of Fighter. Now this is one of those games that I'm really bad at, but I still have a lot of fun. You can see I actually don't really know what I'm doing. I forgot most of the moves. I just by chance pull some moves off, which looks pretty amazing. Now the game itself looks fantastic. It plays well, it runs well, there's no slowdown, no stuttering whatsoever. So it was a very good experience and we have a lot of fun with it. And there you go, we got our first win. So I guess that's not a bad start, I guess. And now we are on to some more modern console, so to speak. This is the Dreamcast and we are in Crazy Taxi 2. I feel there is a little bit of stuttering and maybe it wasn't running at full speed at all. I feel a little bit funny when the game was loading up the menu and all the animation just seems a bit slow. And as you can see here, the audio is cutting in and out, it's choppy. And I was struggling to find the buttons to get the car going, and then I realized it's the L2 and R2, of course. It's it's the next gen, so to speak, console from what we have been testing early on in this video. Now, as you can see on the timer on the top left corner of the screen, that goes really slow. That means the game is definitely not running at full speed. I would say the game is actually running at 50%, if not slower. So the experience is not too good. If you don't mind driving just a normal taxi instead of a crazy taxi, maybe you will be fine with it. But personally, I don't enjoy this at all. I found it is pretty much unplayable because the input lag is just awful. When I try to apply the brakes, the game only responds after like a full second. So I don't think this is playable, but let's jump on to another system. Now this one I get really excited because me as a sim racer, this is going back to the origin. It's the first ever Gran Turismo on PlayStation 1. I hope this one gonna run fine. So far so good. The menu looks pretty responsive. The music seems to be okay. There's no crackling or no stuttering, no chopping. Graphics looks nice. As you can see, the car rotating is pretty smooth. Here I choose AT because I have no idea what button is what. I just want to test the game. Obviously I don't drive AT when I do racing game properly, but this is a retro gaming handheld at the end of the day. We're not talking about simulation, we're talking about just some fun. And here we are in high speed range. Hopefully this runs well. So far so good, and as you can see, the car is accelerating really well, no slowdown whatsoever. Changing view also gives no issues to the graphics rendering. And we've got a few other AI cars on the track there. There's no performance impact as well when we get closer to the car. There's no stuttering whatsoever, so I think this is a very good experience with the GT1. Only if I can drive better. So all in all, I think PS1 emulates very well on this RG351P. So there we have it. This is the Anbernic RG351P. Overall, I had a good time with it. There's a whole bunch of games that comes with the SD card. Obviously not all the game works, but for the ones that I really enjoy, they runs pretty well. Now I do aware that there is a starter guide from Russ from Retro Game Corp that will make this handheld device perform a lot better by flashing a different custom firmware onto it. So I'm gonna give it a go, see how it goes, and obviously I have 100% faith in the Russ tutorial that's gonna come out nice. So we'll jump onto his video, look at how we can get that done, and we'll come back in the next video. We'll let you know how I feel about the custom firmware, and hopefully we can play some more challenging games on this device. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.